Welcome to Markets on Air. Asia-Pacific Conference, Vietnam attracting German investors. More than 750 business representatives from Germany and Asia travelled to Ho Chi Minh City to make contacts and exchange ideas. Vietnam's Prime Minister welcomed participants and told them the economy there will grow by more than 6% next year. German business leaders are optimistic about the wider region.
ASEAN has more than 600 million residents, and it's poised to become a single economic market, the third largest in Asia after India and China. So it's important for German companies to take part in the economic boom.
And many German businesses are already in the Southeast Asian market. At the Vietnam Motor Show, some of the country's top car makers were on hand. This year saw a record turnout. As Vietnam's economy grows, a middle class is emerging there, and they are buying more and more luxury cars, like Mercedes.
As one of the youngest countries on earth, the average Vietnamese is in their mid-30s, but car ownership is only 10% compared to neighboring countries. Some 150,000 cars are sold here every year, so there's great growth potential.
Most Vietnamese still get around on motor scooters. There are an estimated 6 million of them in Ho Chi Minh City alone. But German car manufacturers hope many will be able to afford a car in the future, giving business leaders good reason to be optimistic.
620 million. That's how many people live in the 10 member countries of ASEAN, the Association of Southeast Asian Nations. ASEAN is the world's fastest-growing economic region. The member nations plan to establish a cross-border common market and free trade zone by the end of next year.
Teaching teachers, German vocational training in Taiwan. Most young people here have a university degree and earn good money. Few want to work in the country's factories. Just an hour away by train is Taiwan's third largest city, Taichung. Here, a pilot project under German supervision is underway at a training center in the city. It's called Train the Trainer. German instructors are giving vocational training to Taiwanese teachers. The training is based on Germany's dual vocational education and training system, combining theory with on-the-job training.
I think that is very good, but because in Taiwan, students don't have many ideas to feedback.
Rather than teaching from the front of the class, the instructor uses experimentation and class participation. And it's all done in English.
After the financial crisis, people everywhere were asking about our training system because it was one of the main reasons that Germany escaped the worst of the crisis.
It's a landmark German-Taiwanese project sponsored by Siemens, the German Trade Office Taipei, and the state-run Workforce Development Agency. Before long, some 500 students are expected to graduate from the Taichung Training Center every year.
Yuan Trading begins in Frankfurt. The German city has become the first financial center in Europe to win the right to carry out transactions in renminbi, the official name of the Chinese currency. That makes trade with China easier and less expensive than it was when all transactions went through Hong Kong. A survey shows that until now, only around 30% of German companies use the renminbi. An additional 17% are expected to do so in the future. But that leaves more than half who've never done business in the Chinese currency.
DAX companies post record profits. Germany's top listed companies are earning more than ever before, despite the economic slowdown. The profits of all DAX-listed firms totaled 27 billion euros in the third quarter. That's a 17% increase over last year.
Cheap and simple, charging electric cars on the go. These cars are charging up for the next 100 kilometers, drawing energy from a simple street light. Utility Stromnetz Berlin and energy startup Ubitricity are making it possible and affordable. Where regular charging stations cost up to 10,000 euros, they build them for half that amount. Instead of building a meter into the charging station, drivers bring their own. Our service includes the charging cable. That way, customers simply bring along their own cable and fill up as they like. By the end of next year, Berlin wants to have at least 800 charging stations available, and the model could be expanded across the country. Every year, some 300,000 streetlights are replaced in Germany, and they could easily be retrofitted. Charging while parking anywhere. If this idea takes off, sales of electric cars might as well. And that was Markets on Air.